They've got a big injury concern too, Gary, the Blues.
It doesn't look good, does
He knew
it?
from the time it happened that he was in big trouble. He was calling for the trainers.
Obviously did my knee in round 2, so was disappointed to go down and be out for the season. So I was pretty keen to still stay involved and try and have some sort of impact.
He came to the club, came to us and said, I really want to get involved in the coaching. He spends so much time with the players one-on-one, going through vision. He's at every game. So he's like a line coach down there at reserves level.
There's going to be breakdowns, right? We're not always going to get this stuff right in the midfield, but if we do our job properly and get our stuff right, we'll be fine.
Yeah. I've learned a lot. I've learned not to judge too quickly. I think sometimes coaches can forget how hard it is to play the game, so that's one thing. Doc and Lukey Powell have been great for me and allowed me to sort of help out with the reserves, especially the back line. So yeah, those guys have helped me a lot in terms of giving me some free rein to be able to still stay involved and contribute in some small way. So I've really enjoyed it.
Huey then is in a really strong position to make a contest.
Yeah.
And you're first back.
Yeah.
And then we go back at him to the middle of the ground. It's a great clip.
Yeah.
And 100 usually late, so we get caught here. But we've gone from a really vulnerable position to Finn doing his job and keeping that side, you defending and then dropping, Huey taking the outside. So that we talk about trusting our teammates. What Huey's trusting his opponent by? He's trusting his teammate by taking outside and trusting that Finn's going to keep him boundary.
Yeah, look, I've got a keen interest in some of the coaching and the list management and the recruiting side of things. So I did a bit of work experience last year with Mick Agresta, and obviously this year presented an opportunity to sort of jump into the coaching stuff, which you sort of can't do as much of when you're playing. So I sort of saw it as an opportunity this year to really jump into that stuff, and yeah, got a real passion for coaching and especially the development group.
He's got a real passion for the game, real student of the game. He just loves it. He's jumped in to the coaching with the reserves guys. He's done a fantastic job. He's really just been another coach. Boys love him, love his passion for them as players and as people. And yeah, he's been a huge attribute to the footy club over the last 4 to 6 weeks.
What did you do to start to Finn?
I directed him to go to him.
So it made it really clear. It made it a really clear handover.
Yeah.
Which then allows him to go and square him off, and then you know exactly who your opponent is.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's as simple as, if my bloke's a kick away, I've just got to defend him.
Yeah.
Because your stuff in the contest was really good. Like I was really pleasantly surprised about how good and strong you were in the contest.
I am still a player, and I'm looking forward to coming back and playing next year. So yeah, it's always a little bit challenging giving feedback to guys that I'm a player with. So some of the younger guys, it's more just speaking to them, trying to educate them. But yeah, I'm definitely still a player, and I can't wait to get back playing next year. I think probably the most enjoyable part is seeing guys put work and time in, and then seeing the reward, whether that be playing some really good reserves footy, or for some of the guys like Josh Honey and Matt Cottrell, for them to off the back of their hard work and commitment that they're putting into, to see him get rewarded with some AFL games was pretty cool. How exciting it was for him, and the joy in his face when he got that opportunity. That's probably the most pleasing, exciting thing.
His recovery's going really well. We're really pleased. I mean, he's in that phase where he's doing a lot of work in the gym. He's just getting strength, around that, above his knee, below his knees, glutes. And we're really pleased with where he's at. There is absolutely no doubt it helps players recover when they have something else in their life outside of their footy and outside their rehab. And there's only so many hours in the day. You can only do 3 or 4 hours of rehab a day. There's a lot of time left outside of that. So there's a lot of research around that. We really encourage it. And a guy like Newey has bought into that completely. And I have no doubt that his recovery is going better because he's got another focus and something to take his mind off his body, so he's not completely obsessed with his knee, all day and every day.
Yeah, it's going well. The coaches have been awesome in terms of allowing me to juggle both, and there's some things that I can't do during the week, so I'm not cutting any shortcuts with that. I'm doing all my rehab and then helping the twos outside of that, so it's been really enjoyable. I do a little bit game day, but I think more of it's sort of after the game in terms of coding some vision, going through some clips with some of the defenders, and then for me it's just about sitting in on the coaches' meetings.
If you feel like you can impact, because they've got an clear out number here.
Yeah.
If you feel like you can impact, you go.
Press up.
But I reckon you sum this all right, because if you press right now, I don't reckon you're going to get there and impact. That's not going to him, and you've got some protection in front of you.
Yeah.
So I really like the position you're in. Some of this stuff I look at and I'm like, geez, like for someone who's never played down back before, you grasp it really well.
Yeah.
So we mark this ball, right? But if this is a contest, why did you get to this position?
Just to balance up.
Yeah. And if you're, do you reckon they're that relevant?
No, not at all. Because we still got Finn and...
Yeah. And Huey.
I've learned a lot off Doc and Lukey in terms of the prep and how much goes into the game every week. I think as players you can sort of skim over that and take that for granted that we just roll up and they've got it all prepared, but the amount of work that they put in behind the scenes to prepare the guys to play is enormous. So it's pretty cool to just experience it, see what it's like game day, sort of sit from their coach's viewpoint and see what they're seeing. And I learn a lot in terms of coaching, but even a lot of the stuff I've learned I think is going to really help me when I come back to play, so it's been enjoyable.
What do you and Hugh then have to do?
I've got to swivel, look for a man and work back.
Yeah. Why do you drop off that bloke? Do you think that's the right decision?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Knew he's growing in terms of his leadership. He's got some fantastic attributes in that area. He knew he's very, very good in that space, and he's only going to get better. He's passionate about it, and we expect him to be a really strong leader at this footy club, for the next few years.
Hopefully I've got a few more years left of playing, so I don't have to think about life after footy just yet. But yeah, it's something that I'd love to do. The coaching stuff is stuff that I'm really passionate about. Same with the list management, I do enjoy that stuff, but it's definitely something I'd like to pursue post-footy. It's going to have some challenges with the situation we're in now and soft cap reducing and all those things, but it's something I'm pretty keen to do post-footy, and I've really enjoyed it, and it's even validated even more being able to do this stuff. So.